Okay, guys. Good evening, everyone. So, let us start today's class. So, good evening, guys. So, as of now, till we have completed cloud computing basics, DevOps, CI/CD, Kubernetes, and yesterday we completed AI in cloud, right? So, now we are going to learn one of the most important topics in cloud applications. So, the topic is database. Okay. Can anyone know what is a database? You can tell any simple definition. Guys, you need to respond. So, okay, database is a place where information is stored. Okay. Storing data in an organized way. So, a database is a place where information is stored. So, example, mobile contacts. So, it stores names, contact numbers, emails. So this is the main or a simple example for database. So I'll write example here. Example, mobile contacts. Right now. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. So the example is mobile contact. The mobile contact stores names of a person, number of a person, and the email of a person, right? So the social media example is Instagram. Instagram stores usernames, passwords, photos, followers, likes. So it is the example of social media. So why databases are important? So we will know why databases are important. So why? Does anyone know why? Okay. So without databases, what will happen? Tell me, Gyanendra, Bharat, Sandesh. You need to tell if you know you can. Okay. So without databases, user information cannot be saved and applications cannot function properly. Because if there is no database, your login details will not be remembered. Okay. If the databases are not there, the information is not saved. The applications cannot function properly. Your login details will not be remembered. So there should be a database. So there are different types of data. So I'll write here why the database is important. To save the information and to remember the login details and okay. So that's why the database is important. So there are different types of bases, types of databases. Am I audible to everyone? If there is any problem, please give me a message. So, anyone know how many types of databases are there? Please respond now. Jnanendra, Bharat, Sandesh. If you know, you can. How many types of databases are there? Yeah, Jnanendra, you can tell. Okay, no problem. So, there are two types of databases. Can anyone know what are those two types? Okay, the first type is SQL databases, and the second one is non-SQL database. No SQL database. No SQL databases. So anyone know what is SQL? Bharat, Jnanendra, Sandesh, what is database? Jnanendra respond. Bharat, Jnanendra, are you there? Okay. So SQL is a structured query language. So what does SQL means? SQL databases store data in the form of tables. Okay. So what is a table here? A table contains rows and columns. An example, if we have a three rows and two columns, there will be ID, name, and age of a person, right? So that is what table called as. So here, in simple meaning, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and SQL meaning is it stores data in the form of tables. And what is a table? Table is contains of rows and columns. So here, if table contains two rows and two columns, one row consists of name and ID. So what is an ID? An ID is a unique identification number, right? So this is what SQL simply means. Is it clear? Or else I have to repeat again. Okay, Jnanendra, I'll repeat again. I got you. So here, simply, what is SQL? SQL means Structured Query Language. Okay. What does SQL means? So it means it stores data in the form of tables. Okay. So what does a table mean? Table contains rows and columns, right? So I'll give an example. Example ID, name, age. Okay. In the place of ID, I'm writing here one, and in the place of name, I am writing Bharat. So in the age, I'm writing 20. Here, ID is a unique identification number. Name is a student name and age is student age. So this is how a structured query language represents. So SQL means storing data in the form of tables, and a table means contains rows and columns. So here the example I have to ID, name and age. ID is a unique identification number and the name of a person and age of a person. So this is what SQL is. So is still there are doubts? Or else it's clear. Okay. So what is structured data here? What is structured data? Can anyone know what is structured data? Okay. Data stored in a fixed format is known as structured data. Data stored in fixed format. is called structured data. Okay. So here the row follows the same column, right? So this is what structured data looks like. So now we'll know about features of SQL database. Features of SQL databases. Okay. So coming to feature number one. Feature number one is structured data. I already told you about this. Well, it is called as data is highly organized. So coming to feature number two, fixed schema. So here, schema means structure. Once the structure is created, it is not easy to change. Schema is sorry, schema means structure. Once the structure is created, it is not easy to change. Okay, so these are some features. So that is also feature number three. So I will tell you one example here regarding the fixed schema. If if a table contains name, age, only name, age, okay, right? Name and age. Adding a new column later requires changes. Is it right? Are you getting me, guys? I'm just telling example for the fixed schema. So yes, schema means structure. Once a structure is created, it is not easy to change. So for example, if a table contains name and age, suppose name is Vanilla and age is 20. So if we have to add another column, it requires changes, right? So it's not easy to add a new column after it is saved. So it is called fixed schema. Okay, did you guys got it? You need to respond or else react in the chat box. Okay. So feature number three uses SQL queries. So what does it mean? So I'll tell you an example. We use SQL language to access data, right? SQL language. So I'll tell you an example. Okay, let's start. So here, this query explains this query displays all data from the student table. So these are the three features of SQL databases. Okay. So first one is structured data. So it is called as data is highly organized. And the second one is fixed schema. Schema means structure. Once the structure is created, it is not easy to change. So the third one is uses SQL queries. We use SQL language to access data, right? So if you have a query, right, select start from students. This query displays all the data from the table. Okay. Is there any doubt? So examples of SQL databases. Can you please tell me any one example you guys need to respond fast? Okay, no problem. So one of the example of SQL database is MySQL. So this is the SQL database example. So can anyone tell me the real-time example? So banking system is one of the real-time example. So banks mostly use SQL databases. So why? Why bank uses SQL databases? Because structured, secure, accurate. The bank needs these three, so they use SQL databases. So coming to no SQL database. So our regards are clear to here SQL databases. If you guys have any doubt, ask me. No doubts? Can I move forward? Okay. So what about no SQL database? It's to data in flexible formats. Okay. So modern applications huge amount of data is handling, right? So SQL is not enough for some applications. So what is flexible format here? So data does not need to follow the same structure every time. So this is called flexible format. I try to memorize. Stores data in flexible format. Flexible format అంటే సేమ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఫాలో అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. Okay, guys, I'm getting flexible format. So I will tell you one thing. The example. How you guys get it? So example. Okay. Raj. Python and Java. Okay. Guys, is it visible? Is it okay? So I'll explain to you. So this is a flexible format. So here take one example within the curly braces. Name is Raj and skills is Python and Java. So here name is a person name. Skills are that person having the skills. ఒక person కి multiple skills ఉన్నాయి. అంటే Python, Java, SQL, DSA, these are the skills that person has. సో వీటిలో అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటి? ఈజీగా న్యూ స్కిల్స్ అనేవి యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు. కానీ SQL లో అంత ఈజీ కాదు. నో SQL లో ఏమైనా యాడ్ చేయడం ఈజీ. ఓకే, అర్థమైందా? Guys, respond. Okay. సో హియర్ SQL అంటే ఏంటి? స్ట్రక్చర్ డేటా ఉంటది, ఫిక్స్డ్ స్కీమా ఉంటది, SQL క్వైరీస్ యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఈ SQL లో ఏంటి? డేటా అనేది హైలీ ఆర్గనైజ్ గా ఉంటది. ఒక స్ట్రక్చర్ మనం ఫామ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అది ఈజీగా చేంజ్ చేయలేము. కానీ నో SQL డేటాబేస్ లో అలా కాదు. అది ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ ఫార్మాట్ ని స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటది. సో ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ ఫార్మాట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే స్ట్రక్చర్ అనేది ఫిక్స్డ్ కాదు. SQL లో స్ట్రక్చర్ అనేది ఫిక్స్డ్. నో SQL లో స్ట్రక్చర్ అనేది ఫిక్స్డ్ కాదు. సో ఇక్కడ మనం నేమ్ లో రాజ్ ఇచ్చున్నాం. స్కిల్స్ లో పైథాన్ అండ్ జావా ఒకటే ఇచ్చాం. కానీ తనకి కానీ డేటాబేస్ SQL ఇవన్నీ వచ్చి అవి కూడా స్కిల్స్ లో యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఈజీగా. సో నో SQL లో యాడ్ చేసుకోగలం, SQL లో యాడ్ చేసుకోలేమంట ఈజీగా. సో ఇది మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ దోస్ టూ. ఓకే, జ్ఞానేంద్ర, ఇస్ ఇట్ ఓకే నౌ? ఓకే. సో నో ఎస్క్యూఎల్ ఫీచర్స్ చెప్తాను వినండి కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్గా. సో ఫీచర్ నెంబర్ 1, ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ స్కీమా. స్ట్రక్చర్ అనేది ఫిక్స్డ్ కాదు. సో ఫీచర్ నెంబర్ 2, హ్యాండిల్స్ బిగ్ డేటా. లార్జ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ డేటాని హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తుంది. ఫీచర్ నెంబర్ 3, ఫాస్ట్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్. క్లౌడ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ కి సూటబుల్. సో రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటి? మాంగోడిబి. సోషల్ మీడియా యాప్స్ లో ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ అండ్ ఫేస్బుక్. ఎందుకు నో ఎస్క్యూఎల్ యూజ్ చేస్తారు ఇక్కడ? సోషల్ మీడియా యాప్స్ లో హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ డేటాని హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి, ఫొటోస్, వీడియోస్, కామెంట్స్, లైక్స్. సో ఇక్కడ నేను మీటింగ్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఈరోజు డేటాబేసెస్, వై డేటాబేస్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఎస్క్యూఎల్, నో ఎస్క్యూఎల్. సో టుమారో కొంచెం ఎర్లీగా క్లాస్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వండి, ఓకేనా? కొంచెం రేపు ఎక్కువసేపు క్లాస్ తీసుకుంటాం.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే.